What's up, Godzilla fans? Samson West here, and I'm back with a brand new Godzilla figure review. I do apologize for being away for as long as I have. I've had a lot of hectic stuff going on in my life that's kept me away from doing what I love, but I'm here now, so that's all that's really important. And okay, let's go ahead and get started on the actual figure review. First, I'm going to bring out my other figures from my second official collection update. I need to go back and go ahead and do all those. So here are two of my favorite X Plus figures of all time. The X Plus Winterfest Godzilla 1973, and the X Plus Winterfest Jet Jaguar. Alright, so if you saw my collection video I made a while back in May, you saw that I got these two along with a lot of other really great X Plus toys, some other stuff I got from Kaiju Zoo and whatnot. So yeah, I got this set for half off of what it originally costs. You know, my friend Mike Johnson, who supplies me with all my X Plus figures, was able to get me these guys for a great steal. There's only 100 of this set that was ever made, and I got one, so I am ecstatic. Oh yeah, and I did get these guys brand new in the box, so here is the box. See how amazing this is? This really average cardboard box with black ink printed in Japanese. That's just incredible, isn't it? It's so awesome. So yes, here's the fantastic box that it comes in. It's a little bit different than what the X Plus toys regularly come in, which is like a window box, and it's really red and awesome and cool and buildings and just all in the front. But I think this box is cooler because it's just so plain that there's no way that it couldn't be awesome. So detail, like always, is very well done on these X Plus toys. You will get no complaints from me, ever. I say that every time. That's all I'm ever going to say. Looking at the texture on the figure right here, you can see all the hard work that is put into making these awesome figures by the people that work at X Plus. I mean, look at this. It's incredible. Look at the spines going down the back on this Godzilla figure, the coloration of the toes and the nails on the hands, the color on the inside of the mouth and the teeth. It just all looks absolutely incredible. And something that I would have never noticed unless I watched the actual HD version of Godzilla vs. Megalon. As you can see here, looking at the eyes on the Godzilla, it's not just a solid black pupil. You have the tiny little black ring and then the tiny little black center in the middle of the eye. And I watched the HD version of Godzilla vs. Megalon and I was like, holy crap, X Plus is incredible. Look at what they did. And the very same goes for the Jet Jaguar as well. Look at all the creases in the suits and just all the little folds and flaps or whatever you want to call it in the legs and the arms and the body that make it look just like it did in the movie. And you can see just the bolts that are going along the side of the head there that make his head hold together. And the same goes like for the antennas that you can see there that when they come out, he goes into flight mode, but mine doesn't do that. And the oh so awesome, magnificent smile that he has that stretches all across that big stupid face of his, it just all makes him look just dead on. And just like with the Godzilla, the eyes on the Jet Jaguar are something that I would have never noticed look the way they do unless I watched the HD version of the movie. You can see how blue they are right here and all the little holes and spirals that go into making his eyes look the way they do. I did not know they looked like that until I watched the HD version of the movie. X Plus, you are da bomb. And I mean, something else you have to note with detail on these guys is the stances that they both portray. I mean, Godzilla and Jet Jaguar both got their groove thing going on with their 1970s disco moves right here. Now, with articulation on these guys, it is very basic. You know why? Because there pretty much is none. Yeah! So with the Godzilla, the only spot that this thing can really move is in the tail. It spins 360 degrees in the very middle of the tail, which the original mold does not. And it also spins 360 degrees where the tail connects to the ass. Just like the original one because, you know, it's a separate piece when it comes in the box. But what it does not do is the head does not move at all. The original figure, if you buy the internet exclusive, the head is interchangeable and it will, you know, you can take the head on and off and it'll jiggle just a little bit. But this one is glued into place. Okay, as for Jet Jaguar, the arms do move. Just a little bit. I mean, it goes 360 degrees almost. If it weren't for the body getting in the way, the arm bumps into the body on both sides. The hand does spin at the wrist, just like that, but this one does not. This one is glued into place, or it's molded. I can't really tell. And this arm does spin almost 360 degrees. Oh, it does spin 360 degrees. Would you look at that? Yeah, it spins 360. Something that he also does, if you take him off of his plate, you can see that his feet spin 360. Bada bing, bada boom. And his head, he can shake back and forth, you know, like he's saying,
you didn't say the magic word.
yeah, so his head can spin back and forth just like that, just so he can say those little few words. So putting him back on his plate and putting him next to his good buddy Godzilla. All right, so that's it for articulation. Okay, now on to sizing with these guys. This is actually the second mold of these exact figures that was already released, so let's go ahead and whip out the other two of the same figures that are slightly different. Okay, so first up, here's my X Plus Internet exclusive Godzilla 1973. And also my X Plus Internet exclusive Jet Jaguar figure. The Godzilla on the far left and the Jet Jaguar on the far right were both figures released back in 2010. And like I've already said a million times, these two in the middle are the Winterfest set that was released in 2012, limited to only 100 sets ever made. And I mean, it's very obvious, as you can see here, what the differences are between the Godzillas and the Jet Jaguar. The Godzilla being the arms are closer to the body on the original mold, and the Jet Jaguar is the arms are just at his side. While the Winterfest set, you have the Godzilla's arms spread wide open to give you a big old bear hug, and Jet Jaguar popping a cool disco move right there. So those are the only differences, but I had to have it either way because it's so just awesome. And being that this is Godzilla 1973 and Jet Jaguar, of course, I have to bring out the enemies that they fought in the movie. So here is my X Plus Internet exclusive Megalon. And also, of course, here is my Gigabrain Gigan 1973. Yep, just like always, these things size up perfectly with each other. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of these guys whatsoever, except for the fact that the one on the very end there, that is a Gigabrain and not an X Plus. But I don't care. Look at how awesome it looks. It's badass. Stop whining. So, yes, they size up perfect. And, of course, for those of you that are not able to make an excessive amount of money like myself, I'll go ahead and show you some 6-inch figures for him to size up with, just so you can get a little idea how big these guys are. Okay, so here is my Bandai 6-inch Godzilla 1974. And also, of course, my Bandai 6-inch Jet Jaguar. And just like always, ladies and gentlemen, 6-inch figures do not size up whatsoever with these X Plus toys. And it's never going to be that way. I mean, there might be a loophole someday in the future, but for right now, no, not going to work. Okay, let's go ahead and give these guys a score. As you already saw, detail is a definite 10 out of 10. They both look absolutely amazing, no complaints. So with articulation, on the other hand, it's a little bit meh, but you know, these things aren't supposed to really move all that much because they are statue figures. With sizing, it's actually pretty damn perfect, just so long as you size it up with other X Plus figures and 9-inch toys. Okay, so scoring these guys, I'm going to definitely give them both a 10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with either one of them. They both look incredible. You know what? With all that being said, there's not really much more I need to say except for thanks for watching, you guys, and sayonara.